Diesel. We are at Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0 in Pueblo, Colorado. Rocky Mountain Race Week is a week-long event of 5 different days, 5 different tracks. You drive to and from each track. You carry all of your equipment and your parts and everything you need. You're not allowed to tow it. You're not allowed to have people follow you with big rigs. You're not allowed to have like a team. It's you and a co-pilot. And this is our first attempt at this, and we built a truck with BD Diesel. It's a 2006 Dodge 2500. It's got a 6.7 motor in it that we built, full manual 48 RE, and it's an everyday guy style truck. There's not a lot of custom parts on it. It's kind of something you can build out of a catalog. We are in the unlimited Radial group, which is where 8th mile heads up. There's some tire limitations for 2-wheel drive, but 4-wheel drive has no tire limitation, and that's where we come in. We're kind of hoping just to have a nice high average and a consistent ETs, do a one and done each day, and just go on to the next track and live. This is an incredibly hard event. It's about endurance, kind of like a chess game. Not only are you racing your vehicle as fast as you can and not break it, because it has to be durable, you actually drive it between each track. So we'll come here, put on the radials, make 1 pass, hopefully make 3 passes if you have to, whatever. Swap it back to street, drive to the next one, which could be like 300 miles away. Race, put it back in street trim, drive again to the next track for 5 days. It's over 1,000 miles on the truck. Of all the events I've ever done, the Ultimate Call Out Challenge, King of the Street, All Truck Challenge, Race Week is by far the hardest. It's you and one other guy, your co-pilot, 5 tracks, 5 days, over 1,000 miles. We're here to prove that we have what it takes as far as the diesel industry to be clean, powerful, durable, dependable, and we can finish this thing with an average that is very respectable. We replaced the tensioner, the idler, and the alternator. We got a couple other things. We're trying to get rid of a belt squeak, so we're gonna fire it up and see if we fixed anything. You hear it? It sounds like a sewing machine. And no belt chirp. Oh, so nice, so nice. It's like a regular street truck. Okay, so one thing we always do whenever we put the new tires on and kind of designate the position, because I'm going to run the same tire on the same corner all week. So we're going to label them, but we're also going to mark them so you know if it moves. So I'm just going to kind of brake clean it off a little bit here. And I'm going to put me a real nice good white line on here so we can see if we spin the tire on the bead. And then I'm also going to label left front so that we know where that tire goes, fast and easy. And one more thing, we take off all the valve caps whenever it comes time to drag race. Because, who wants to take the time to take the valve cap off whenever you're adjusting pressure in staging lanes? Dadgum, it's still squeaking. Oh, hey, you got that deodorant? Stick it on there again. Stick it on there. Let's see what happens. Look at that. It's the Old Spice.
Does it every time.
Old Spice for the win. Got a belt. This is a non-squeaking belt because it's a new belt that won't squeak. You have to speak it to it. It won't squeak. And then we got a socket because we left ours at home to do head stud torque. And we don't know if we have feeler gauges, so we do now to do valve lash because I think one's a little noisy. Turns out when you drive a motor like that 12 hours after you built it for 12 hours, it's a long time for a motor. So we got to give her some love. So this is the 4th O'Reilly's trip today. So now we go back to the track. just checking things over after the last pass. It was kind of disappointing, but it was like the first one out of the box. First pass on the truck, new setup. You're gonna learn some things. So remember we were talking about the tires. So now you can come down and you can check your marks. Like, okay, this pressure's good. We might drop this tire 2 PSI just to get a little more hook. And we'll just check each one of them as we go. Like, there you go, there you go. So we're gonna bump this tire 2 or 3 PSI to try to have a little bit more bite. Plus I might've made a mistake. I had these mounted on I think Thursday, maybe Friday. I think it was Friday. And I think they used some glue or some lube or something, I don't know. So that one moved. And then we'll check this one. Oh yeah, look at that. That's probably an inch right there. And this guy's good. So we'll probably drop these 1 or 2 and pump those 1 or 2. And then just go back out. We're flashing in a new tune now. Bump the power up, took the air filter off. We're gonna do a couple test spools, look at some data, and then just make adjustments and go back out for round 2. Okay, we're ready for round 2. I think it's happy. It's got plenty of fuel for that baby turbo. Should have no problem making boost. Everything felt good, but it kind of just nosed over on top. I thought that the wastegate was opening and like outflowing the turbo and killing the turbo. So we took the gate off, but in that amount of time I was looking at the logs and I noticed that we were missing about 12,000 pounds of rail pressure. And the pump was down to like 42 milliamps. So I think we just tapped out that R900 12 millimeter pump on the 250% injectors. Not sure what our fix is gonna be yet. We're kind of weighing out some options. Different pump, smaller injector, I don't know yet. Different tune, a little less duration. There's a couple options, but we're gonna keep working on it and try and keep improving. Other than that, it felt great. It did a 162 60 foot. I don't know if that's good for this truck or not. I don't know what we weigh, but I'll take that. And it went 735 at 93. It went 93 mile an hour both passes so far, so the consistency is nice. Everything felt good. It just kind of out of the pump. So we got to figure out a way to get a little more pressure and keep her going. So our tachometer doesn't work because it's a Dodge, you know, it's a Dodge thing. And we're going to try to repair it again. And these circuits come loose, so you have to reach in here and you got to like resolder that little dude right there. You just touch them just real quick and they'll kind of change color. It's kind of one of those weird jobs. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job at it. The solder is like sticking to the gun. Of course, most of the time you do this in the shop on the bench. See, all those look connected. And there's like 3 or 4 circuits here that you check. Or like circuit little boards. They all look good, don't they? What if you go plug it in? Like, if we like throw a screw in it and you just go over there and slip it up, plug in the main connectors, turn the truck on, see what the tach does. What happened is the tachometer used to read 200 RPM and then like 5,000 RPM, and then it swung around the bottom, and we hadn't had time to fix it, so we just soldered all those things. Now you can depress your odometer reset and you can key to run, and it'll do a cluster test. And it runs everybody to their max and steps them down to test. And it looks like it passed. So now we'll fire it back up and see if it reads, 700 RPM like it should. It's kind of hard racing without a tachometer.
Make sure I didn't bump any of those buttons.
Oh yeah, you good. Kind of an interesting problem to have that all these stupid Dodges have. Or not all of them, but a lot of them out there. Man, look at that. Squeaky belt, but idles at 700. Love it. Okay, one more problem fixed. Now we just need more rail pressure. Before I learned how to solder, we just took deodorant and stuck it all on it, but it didn't fix it, so we decided we'd solder it instead. All right, go stick her back together, bro. Thank you, sirs. We're done. Day 1, Pueblo, Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0. We made 2 passes. The first one, we just kind of felt it out, learned. And then the second one, we took it on tune 3. And the injection pump just couldn't keep up with the 250%. So we found a big pump. We're gonna go get it tonight. It's like 4 hours away. And then tomorrow we're driving. But I'm really proud of where we're at. We have a truck that we built in 10 days from the frame up and drove it 800 miles and now competing with it at 735 at 93. I'm cool with that. That's fine. That's a good goal for right out of the gate. Tomorrow we'll get the parts, we'll drive, we'll put on in Kearney's Monday, and I'm hoping to see like a 670 or a 680, something a little bit more appropriate. But overall, we're very excited for the results. We didn't have any mechanical failures. We simply just outgrew some components that we had. It's kind of where we're at. I think we got a really good thing going, and this is a chess match. This is a duration drag race event. This is not one and done. This is not personal best. This is an endurance event. I learned a lot last year, and I'm applying the changes. So stay tuned. Keep subscribed to the channel. This is only the beginning stages of this truck. This was a rush job to get it here, and we're surviving. So the next thing is gonna be All Truck Challenge, King of the Street in Delaware, and it's like 3 or 4 weeks. Sled pull, dirt drag, street drag, dyno, and drag race. So it might make 2,000, it might make 3,000, I don't know. We're gonna put some big stuff on it. But you're going to be seeing a lot more of this truck, and like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this, because there's a lot coming.